Good morning. Golden Boy here, Crazy Eights Customs and International President for Disciple Christian Motorcycle Club. And today we have a special treat for you guys. We're a little bit late because we had to get up super early this morning because of this guy. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Disciple One Call, National President Canada, for National Vice President Canada. Sorry.
Little field promotion.
Go ahead, Stash.
Sopple Stash, National VP USA.
Well, there you go. So Derek flew. We got our global leadership conference here in Florida this weekend, and these guys came in early on Monday to hang out with us at Crazy Eights all week. So on Stash's bike, he's got a bunch of work that we need to do. We're replacing the heads, full cam chest kit,
Yep.
2-in-1 exhaust, swing arm bearings.
Yep.
I think that's it, right?
Maybe we'll find out when we get into it.
Fuel line.
Yes.
So we got a bunch of work to do this week. Derek, he owns his own custom paint shop up in BC, Canada, and it's called One Call Customs. He does some phenomenal paint work. He's actually painting us a custom Crazy 8 sign right now with a high metallic gold. You know, Golden Boy's got to have his gold stuff. So I can't wait to see that thing. We're going to hang it up in the main wall of the shop when you walk into the showroom here. So it's going to be awesome. So we got a special opportunity today. Two national vice presidents. We got the Canadian national vice president, the USA national vice president. Stash was also my U.S. national vice president when I was the national P for Disciple, and he's still sitting in the same position. He does a fantastic job. So we want to share a little bit about what it looks like to be a national VP for Disciple in two different countries. Share about what Jesus is doing in our communities, and just kind of go from there. So what does, I'll let either one of you take it. What does a national VP do in a motorcycle club?
It's you got to look at it as being a project manager. You want to be in union with a national president, and if he's going to be down and out for a little bit, be able to carry his mission for the nation forward, not change it, not take that opportunity to do what you want to, but carry that forward. It's a servant leadership position. You got to lead and do things to help push guys forward and elevate them.
Yeah. So from a national level, much like the charter level, the VP's in support of the president and what he's got going on in support of his vision and just making sure that whatever is needed on his side of things is taken care of, and then also on a national level supporting individual charter VPs and what they've got going on in their charters and their president's vision for the charters as well. So
One Call's on sound. So One Call here is actually freshly new to the position. I think a little bit shorter time than I've been stepped into the international president position. So before you were the charter president for BC Canada, right?
yes, for the Roughneck Crew.
Yeah,
Yes.
Roughneck Crew.
Yeah.
There's two in BC now, right?
No, just one.
Just one.
One charter.
That's how far
Yeah.
I'm thinking of. Anyway, so what was the biggest change that you encountered going from a local charter president to a national level?
Oh, I think the responsibility of serving the brotherhood on a larger scale and seeing the bigger picture for the nation rather than just for the charter. I think that was the biggest change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys that are watching, post up in the comments where you're watching from. If you have any questions for the national VPs for USA and Canada, post them up in the comments and we'll try to get to those. We're not going to be on here very long, but I have these two brothers here all week and wanted to take the opportunity to get them in front of you all and let them share what's on their hearts and do that. So post up in the comments if you have any questions or whatever. If you want to talk smack about these two, do that too. No, both of these guys are very close brothers of mine. One Call and I, we linked up at the Canadian National Run 2 years ago now.
Yeah.
And he asked me to kind of help mentor him. He was, were you an officer in the charter at that time?
Yes, I believe so. Yeah, it was the road captain. At the
Road captain.
time, yeah.
So we started doing weekly phone calls, pretty much every Thursday, if not Wednesday or Friday, somewhere in between. But we scheduled for every Thursday, and have been talking ever since. And man, the see the growth in you since we started that mentorship, and man, he's mentored me too a ton, especially when it comes to business and helping me figure out some solutions to some problems with different bikes and stuff like that. But it's been an awesome relationship. And of course, Stash, we've been close since you've been a disciple. So
Yeah.
we've been around a long time. But let's see, we got some guys. Oh, we got Luke Salmons there in Indiana. That's one of my club sons. What's up, buddy? That's a real mustache, he says. What did Tony say? Souk?
He's from Souk, BC.
Oh, Souk, BC. Like, what the heck is Souk?
It's a city on the island, on Vancouver Island.
Oh, yeah, Vancouver Island, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, what is so we'll go through a little bit of the 4 questions. What is the voice of God telling you guys to be obedient about right now?
Coast Guard.
Coast Guard.
Guarding against coasting. Yeah.
Not being complacent,
Mm-hmm.
or not being complacent,
Mm-hmm.
getting stagnant.
Yeah.
So what?
That's been one of the challenges in the new role. Has been first of all learning what it looks like, what are my responsibilities, but also pressing into it and not just waiting, but pressing into it and finding ways.
Well, it's a tough season for you guys in Canada too right now, because I know a lot of our brothers in Canada, they go through kind of a depressing state during the wintertime when they're cooped up in their houses and can't really get outside and can't ride their motorcycles, and it's hard to get together and meet up. So coming into the role right before wintertime is probably a little bit difficult to.
It has its challenges, but it also has its blessings too, in the sense that everybody is available a lot of times on the weekends to be able to get together and talk when need to. So yeah, definitely pushing through that.
Nice. And Stash is from Texas, so he's kind of got similar weather to Florida here.
Yeah.
But you guys get some ice storms and stuff, right?
Yeah, a little bit here and there. It's usually gone pretty quick though.
So what about you? What's God been speaking to you about?
To keep pushing forward, that in the hierarchy of the club, we don't have to do everything ourselves. It's about trusting the brothers above us and below us and sharing the load with them and not trying to do everything by ourselves and burning ourselves out.
Nice. That's it?
Yeah.
How about you?
Oh man, for me, I've been burning the candle at both ends, between club and business. And the business is January 1st hit, and the floodgates opened up, and I've been working some really late hours here at the shop. And so I got to learn to sit myself down before God sits me down, because I don't ever do that, and it's ended up in where I'm at that breaking point of not being able to take anymore. Back in 21 was the first time he sat me down through a motorcycle accident, and then just this last year going through the same thing where I just go 100 miles an hour 7 days a week, and he sat me down through some heart complications and took 2 months to recover from that, and actually a lot longer than that, because I had to take it easy and not lift too much and all that stuff, which has led to my health journey of doing the carnivore diet and all that. But making sure that I am spending time with him and not just focusing on the business, that this business belongs to him, that God is our silent business partner in this, and that we give him all the glory, and make sure that we're putting him first in everything that we do, because I'm just a go-getter and I just want to get things done, and instead of trusting in him, I just want to do everything in my own strength. So he's really been speaking to me about continuing to trust him. Like, he's sending me the business, but also remember to take some time with my wife and take some time to rest and relax and recuperate, because let's see what Becky said. Oh, Dad said go Buckeyes. Yeah, go Buckeyes. So I'm from Ohio, where Dad, I grew up with huge Buckeye fans up there in the great state of Ohio. And I guess they're at the national championship. I don't know. I don't even follow it anymore. Are they at the championship, Pops? Maybe. Okay. But anyway, yeah. So that's what God's been speaking to me about. What are some verses that come to mind that could encourage these guys? Anybody? Bueller. I put these guys. I put these guys on
the spot.
I didn't even tell them that we were gonna do this. I was gonna put them on the show until like 5 minutes beforehand. So kind of put them on the spot. Michael LaPointe said, "Good morning, brothers."
And one of the verses that's been bouncing around for the last few weeks for me is do not conform to the patterns of the world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, and then you will know God's perfect and pleasing will. And in starting this new business, I've spent a lot of hours working and focused on work and getting going and getting set up to be compliant, and my relationship with Jamie has taken a toll, and to the point where now we have to have a date night every week. And the patterns of the world would say that making money and being successful, and that's the big thing. But like you were saying earlier, God is our business partner. It's His business first, and I'm to be stewardly with His business, but not only that, but with His time and with His finances. So that's something for me. That's been that verse is don't look at the time the way the world looks at time, as success at all costs. It's our success is not viewed in the same from a kingdom perspective, is not viewed in the same as a worldly perspective. So
yeah, we got to be in the world, not of the world.
Amen.
Separated.
I think it's just peace, be still, where Jesus calmed the storm. And it's just a good reminder that no matter how busy we get, we've got to have that time to just sit and listen to the voice of God, listen to Papa and what He's telling us. Because when we get too busy and we start focusing on whether it's club, life, work, whatever, you stop hearing that voice of God. You start hearing the voice you want to hear. And that's that worldly voice that creeps in, like my brother's saying, well, if you don't make this much money, you're not a good provider, you're not a good husband. It's all about the grind. So just remembering to take that time and spend with the Lord and see what He's telling us and where He's directing us and guiding us.
Yeah. Pops has got a good question. He said, "What are you both doing for the one percenters?" As our mission statement in Disciples, the disciple men and daily word and prayer time support the 1% world in prayer, and we're all in the 1% world clubhouses all the time, getting in front of those guys. So, what have you guys been doing in the 1% world for those guys?
Well, I've got a couple of great opportunities coming forward for painting bikes for 1%ers.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Which is going to be I'm looking forward to spending time in the shop together, looking forward to the creative process of building it together. And there's some really great opportunities to build relationships there, spend time together.
Yeah, you're building a Cholo bike for one, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's going to be dope.
It's got some huge flake. It's the biggest flake I've ever seen. So it's going to be pretty cool. And it's an octagon shape, which is really
The flake
unique.
is octagon shape?
It's really like a stop sign shape, so it's really unique. And so that's going to have a bunch of different candies and spun silver leaf and candy leaf. So it's pretty cool to be able to. We've been looking forward to doing this project together for about 6 months now. He's been talking about it, that we were going to do something like this. So that's a great opportunity there to be able to share and just spend time together. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, your business is pretty new. I know you were working full time as like a sales guy for heavy equipment, right?
Yeah, up until October 1st.
Wow. So it's pretty cool because I think Derek could say the same. I've talked about it on here before, but the only reason why we have our businesses was making God our silent business partners and trusting Him with our finances and living a lifestyle of sowing into the kingdom and tithing, not just our money, but our time and our talents. The last leg of our 4 legs is sowing of your time, talents, and treasures. And so sewing looks like in many different ways, but as we serve within our club and our Christian communities, we're sowing a lot of time. And Derek has done a lot of free work for brothers and are dirt cheap, on their bikes and just getting to sow his time and his talents into the ministry. And then also he's been a faithful tither with his finances as well. And I think that's a big part into God giving him his business with One Call Customs, and it's been the only reason why I have Crazy Eats Customs, because I did not have the money to start this. We went from 2 years as full-time missionaries, my wife and I, and as missionaries, we didn't even know where our next meal was going to come from. So for us to now be sitting in Crazy Eats Customs location is a miracle in itself, and he continues to bless this business because we continue to be faithful and and sowing our time, talents, and treasures. And I know, man, you have been flooded with work. Like you're booked what, 3 months in advance with work?
Yeah, I'm booked into the into March now. Yeah.
So that's the fruit. Like the proof is in the pudding there. You're seeing the fruit of God blessing new businesses and a not so great economy. I think Canada's economy is even worse than ours right now. And we're on the up and up, but to be able to start a new business in a bad economy is a lot of people actually told me I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't start a business right now because it's not the right time. Like, well, God's telling me to, so I don't care what time it is, it's his time. So we did it, and God's blessing it because we're being faithful. And I encourage you guys, again, I've done it in the past, that if there's anything that God has laid on your heart to start a new business, to get out there, is we're not called to be slaves to the man. As Christians, we're not called to just work for the man. We're not called to just collect the paycheck. Like, we are called to be business owners. We are called to be preachers and teachers and evangelists and prophets and apostles and disciples. And, we're called to so much more. And I know a lot of you out there are scared to take that leap, and it is scary. It's still scary. Even with money in the bank right now, like in our line of work, my business partner said it best last week when we were talking about it. He's like, in this business, you're rich one day and broke the next. And that's just how it works. But man, it's so much worth it. It's so much more worth it to know that you're making a difference in your communities. And I know a lot of you out there are scared to make that leap and don't know how it's going to work, but you got to take it to God and start putting your money where your mouth is and sowing into his kingdom and see what he does for you. And it's divine appointments, right? And I wouldn't be here without the divine appointment of meeting my business partner who put up the money to start Crazy Eats Customs and believed in me and believed in my vision of what I wanted to get going. So I think that's it. I mean, this is the longest Tune-Up Tuesday I've done yet. But anyways, make sure you like, share the video, subscribe, ask questions. If you have ideas of what you want to see come out of these videos, send them to me in a message, post them up in the comments, and we'll get to them. And we'll try to put up some videos of us wrenching on Stash's bike this week. We've got a lot of work to do on it. It's going to be a great time. I'm sure we're going to be here past midnight every night this week. So if you're in Florida, stop by Crazy Eats Customs. Google it. It'll give you the address. We'll be here, and we'll be building brotherhood and having a great time. So we love you guys. Can't wait to see you out there on the road. Anything else?
Love y'all. See y'all on the road.
All right. See you guys.